I went over to the passenger side of the car and waited for Ma to open the door. That door didn't open from the outside anymore. It had just stopped working one day. No one knew why, but that was probably my fault too. The only job you have is to go to school, and you can't even do that. Ma started in again. If you aren't in school, you'll have to find some kind of way to help out. Your granny won't let you sit around the house all day. I can just leave, I said under my breath. Where you gonna go? Ma spat out. I didn't have an answer. I stared out the window into the gloomy air. The gray sky stared back. She was right. I was trapped. We rode in silence for exactly 22 minutes before we turned off the main road onto bumpy Polk Lane. Granny Street wasn't a dirt road, but it wasn't smooth pavement either. After lots of driving on and no fixing, it was mostly broken up pieces of asphalt now. Ma pulled off the cracked road into Granny's gravel driveway and turned the car off. She let out a deep breath. Look, Lawrence, this ain't all on you. Life is hard, and we've had a double dose of hard lately. Ma's voice was softer now, her version of an apology. I knew I'd never get the real thing. Ma wasn't the apologizing type. Whenever I did something wrong, I had to apologize. I wasn't sure why adults didn't have to. For a moment, I'd forgotten about my stinging left eye. It would double in size if I didn't get ice on it soon. I sat in the thick air of Ma's car, waiting for her to ask about it, or at least see if I was okay. 2 long minutes passed. Silence. All right, let's just go in and get it over with. Ma sighed. If she says something, we'll just say it wasn't your fault. It wasn't my fault, I wanted to yell out, but I knew it wouldn't matter. No one cared about what had really happened. No one cared that I'd had a huge target on me since the day I started at that school. Everyone just looked at me like I was the problem. Chapter 2. Granny stood in the front doorway watching as me and Ma climbed the steps. Her hand was on her hip, and her lips were fixed to start a fire. Mama, before you start, it wasn't his fault, Ma began. Them kids at that school had been picking on him since he got there. I wish she said that to Principal Spacey, or to me. Tracy, you make so many excuses for that boy, Granny said, ignoring me. Ma brushed past Granny and went inside. Following Ma's lead, I slid by Granny and headed straight to the back bedroom. I slumped on the bed and tried to take advantage of the quiet before the house filled with running feet and screaming kids. My little sister, Nico, and our twin cousins would be here soon. I peeled off my ripped hoodie and tossed it on the floor. Johnson C. Smith University was printed on the front in faded gold letters. That hoodie was what had started the fight that got me expelled. Maybe I could blame Uncle Benny, Pop's brother. He'd given me the hoodie for Christmas last year. Not that it had anything to do with them, but the kids at Andrew Jackson used it as a reason to start messing with me. What kind of college is that? I think that came from Colson Sims, or maybe Brett Masters. Their yappy voices spun around in my head. Where'd you get that shirt? He probably stole it. You ain't going to college. He don't even know what college is. I wasn't about to let that slide. Andrew Jackson was full of white kids who always got their way. At least it seemed like it to me. Sometimes they needed a lesson in how to treat people. Sometimes was today. Lawrence, get in here and help with dinner, Granny called. I sighed and had